Please be seated.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
This is a case of Whalon v. Leblanc.
Thank you, Ron. Good day, everyone. Good day. Ms. Whalon, you admit you've been in a sexual relationship with Mr. Leblanc, a married man, and claim he is the father of your 2-year-old son, Vincent Whalon. Mr. Leblanc, you are determined to prove that you are not the father of Miss Whalon's son in hopes of saving your marriage.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mrs. Leblanc, you are at your breaking point and say if the DNA proves your husband is the father, your marriage is over.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Miss Whalon, how did you get yourself in this situation?
Well, it started back when I was pregnant. He was staying in my house. It was one night I was telling him that I might be pregnant because I hadn't started my menstruation, so he went out and got some pregnancy tests, asked me to take them. He sat on side my bed holding his head. When I took the first one, I gave it to him and it showed that I was pregnant. He asked me to take another one because he was in disbelief about the first one, so I took another one, and he still sat there and said, oh man, this can't be true, this can't be true. You can't be pregnant. And it was only because he didn't know how he was gonna go back and tell his wife that I was pregnant.
Well, he was only there for a while, though.
So you told him you were pregnant, you proved it, you took the test, and they said, oh my goodness.
You wasn't
so
sleeping with
hold
nobody
on.
up here.
Sleep with.
Do this.
You do that.
Do this.
Because it's like you
Do
sent
this.
him to sleep with her.
Ladies,
and come back
ladies,
and do this.
ladies.
Ladies.
Ron, just stand between the two podiums.
Yes, ma'am.
We can't even get to start of the case and you all are going off. Let's try to figure out what is really going on here.
Baby.
Now listen, Mr. Leblanc, when she told you she was pregnant, what were you thinking?
I was in disbelief. I didn't want to believe it.
Were you worried about how you were gonna be able to tell your wife?
I was, yes, Your Honor. I was worried. And that was the thing. That's why I didn't want her to be pregnant, because I didn't know how to.
Unfortunately, you should have thought about that desire before you acted on the other desires you had.
Before he talked with his body parts.
Yes, because at that point, you really can't reverse it just by thinking. Ms. Leblanc, how did you find out about this?
I found out about Vincent through a text message through my husband.
He sent you a text?
A text. No phone call. No phone call, no.
A phone call's not even good enough
I
for
need
that.
to see you face to face. Can I speak with you face to face? None of that. It was through a text message.
What did the text say?
The text message stated, I can't believe I did this to you again. Again. I can't believe I did this to you again.
The word I'm hearing is again.
Right, again, like over.
So wait a minute, there was another time?
Yes, ma'am. Prior to Vincent, there was Jaden.
Who's the mother of that child?
I am. That's my 3-year-old.
Mr. LeBlanc, really?
Unfortunately, yes, sir.
We all make mistakes in life, some more serious than others, but to make the exact same mistake again.
And that's, Your Honor, why I didn't want, at that time, when she was telling me about Vincent, her being pregnant with Vincent, it was happening all over again. And that's why I just really couldn't, I didn't know how to bring that up. I mean, but then again, I look at it like this here. My wife was steady putting me out. I really didn't have nowhere to go.
Well, and then he knew that was easy. It was easy access. He knew it was,
Well, it
you know,
wasn't really
he knew
easy, but
when he went over there, it was
kids,
whatever.
why not let
he
him
could do
stay?
what he wanted to do. You know how you see a welcome mat,
Look like
and you can walk over it. He knew he could do that over there.
But let me explain this.
He kept getting put out over here because he couldn't do what he wanted to do.
Let me explain this, Your Honor.
Over there, he knew he could do what he wanted to do.
With
You keep
Jaden,
taking him back.
I refuse.
That's my husband. That's called love. Feelings you can put in your
Love.
pocket and throw away.
Ain't that much love
Feelings you can put in your pocket. You can throw them on the ground, step on them. Love. I love my mother.
Keep thinking.
Slept with
Ladies, calm down. Cause I know you all think it's cute cause you're going back and forth, but all y'all look crazy. Cause you sit up there arguing back and forth, and he doing nothing but running back and forth. So it's not even solving anything. It doesn't look cute. You're not getting under one another's skin. None of you all gonna come out looking any better than the other one. It's a mess.
They a mess.
And it's babies. coming into the world and a daddy going back and forth between houses. I'm just trying to I'm like watching a tennis match. I'm like, okay, now he over here. Okay, now he back over here. Okay, now he back over here. I got a married man bouncing back and forth between his mistress and his wife. You all letting them, then you all want to come into court and downgrade one another. Come on, man. I don't have time for this. I'm trying to understand how these children got in the world. And now, Vincent's in the world. I don't know about this one. So I'm trying to understand what makes this child different. Why is his paternity in question?
There was rumors, Your Honor, going around that Miss Whalon had slept with the neighbor. I was confronted at one time by a guy who pulled up on me in a pickup truck. He was like, oh, you know who I am? I was like, nah, who are you?
What? Did you get any information that she was sleeping with somebody?
There was rumors going around that she had slept with this guy.
Okay, so let's get to the point. Him riding up on you and saying hi don't have nothing to do with Vincent's paternity. We're here to offer proof that is relevant. If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Do you believe Vincent is your husband's child?
No, Your Honor, I do not.
Why?
Her promiscuity. Promiscuous, very promiscuous. Like I said, the mailman, the milkman. Not only that, you're sleeping with a married man, you know.
Hold on.
So why
not? You ain't gotta sleep with a married man if he come to you.
Why not?
Hold on.
He came to you because you were easy.
Hold on, Miss LeBlanc.
He couldn't do what he wanted to do.
So you're saying if Vincent is your husband's biological child, you're saying that this marriage is over? You're finally done?
I'm at my breaking point. This is it. Michael Jackson, this is it.
So you say you're at your breaking point. Why, ma'am?
I'm at the breaking point. I mean, it's getting overwhelming.
You all have children together as well, am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
How many children do you have?
2.
So you say you are at the point now that you would break your family up because you've just had enough.
Yes, Your Honor, I just had enough.
And you understand that, Mr. LeBlanc.
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Is that why you're not acknowledging and claiming the paternity of Vincent the way you did Jaden because you're afraid your wife is gonna leave?
No, ma'am, it has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with my wife leaving. It comes about, okay, look at the name Vincent. Who is Vincent? Where'd she get the name Vincent from?
You know what? I'm gonna need you to use a little bit more logic in these proofs you're presenting. Okay, so Ms. Whalon, I wanna ask you respectfully. Are you truly convinced that Mr. LeBlanc is Vincent's father? Or is there a question? Is there a possible...
It might be. I might have had a moment.
Okay.
I mean, I wasn't committed to this man, nor was I married to this man. So yeah, I might have had a moment.
Well, go ahead and tell the truth then, because that's why we're here. So now we have the truth, that there potentially could be another father, and so your doubts or your concerns have been validated. Ms. Whalon, did you ever tell anybody else that they're potentially the father?
No, Your Honor, I have not.
All right, I want to hear from your witness, Ms. Whalon. Please stand, ma'am, at the podium. I'd like to hear from you. Ms. Bird, and please stand at the podium, ma'am. Ms. Bird, you are Ms. Whalon's... grandmother. All right. What is it that you have to add? Do you believe Mr. LeBlanc is Vincent's biological father?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Why
Your
is
Honor.
that, ma'am?
Well, for one thing, I know he was living with her at the time. He came to me and a family member and told us while he was staying there, all Kim want to do is fuss, fight, and F, the 3 Fs. And every time that come about, here come a little ugly baby, there come Vincent.
My baby ain't ugly.
Ugly.
All the babies are beautiful. Let's just say that children are beautiful, but let's move on.
Okay. So there, after that, here come, she was pregnant. And I said, okay, and then he back with Keish, Miss LeBlanc. And I said, you know, I told her she was stupid. There's nowhere in the world I'm gonna have babies by a man and he leave me with them little ugly babies and go on back where it come from. And I started thinking, I said, okay, well, maybe she's sending him to sleep with Kim so she can get a little taste of it instead of just going over there doing the
Oh, no,
threesome.
God.
You say you believe that Mr. LeBlanc is Vincent's
Yes,
biological
Your Honor, I do.
father. But your granddaughter has testified in court today that she might have had another sexual encounter.
Yes, I heard that.
Did you know that already?
No,
You heard it in court for the first time?
Yes.
And now that you've heard that, does that change how you feel about the situation?
Well, if she come out and Mr. LeBlanc's not the father, then I just know my granddaughter was a sneaky little hoe that bypassed me, and I didn't catch that. But I honestly don't believe that. See, whores sleep around. Whores leave their husband and go sleep with other men's and let him go sleep with other women's and then want to get back. That's what whores do.
Hold on.
No whore right here.
Hold on.
I never stepped outside of my marriage.
Yeah, you have.
No, I never stepped outside of my marriage.
Hold on. Mr. LeBlanc, you standing there.
Yes, ma'am.
You've said the least today, but done the most. I'm sure it's still going on.
Oh, yeah, another baby will come out later.
I'm with Grandma. I'm with Grandma on that.
Oh, yeah.
Not from this over
that's
here.
what love do for you.
So,
Not from this one over here.
listen. And the women, you all have a part to play too, because y'all just letting him.
Yeah, I did.
Miss Whalon, I don't know how long you gonna stand around here being good time girl.
Oh, I'm not.
I don't know.
Girl.
I don't know. I know you weren't sitting on the porch as a little girl playing with your dolls talking about, and when I grow up, I want to be this married man's good time girl, so whenever his wife takes him, kicks him out the house, he can come over my house and we can make babies and then he can question the paternity. That was not your dream for your life.
No.
You will never convince me of that. But that's the reality of your life right now.
Yes, it is.
And you got to do something different to get something different.
Amen.
Cannot give yourself away to these men for free because you see what they do. And the same thing they do to you, they do to your children. I can see the tears in your eyes. And honestly, I know why. You are not in an easy position. Please tell Mr. LeBlanc how this makes you feel.
I mean, it hurts, but then it doesn't. Because at the end, I'm going to take care of my kids regardless. But they didn't ask to be brought here.
And look, we all have our defense mechanisms. We all have the ways that we project, things we project out to make people feel like we're strong even when we don't feel strong. I could see when you came into this courtroom and all this arguing back and forth and tit for tat back, but it ain't no way in this world you're gonna convince me that when that man comes over to your house that you don't somewhere in the back of your mind think, maybe he's gonna stay this time.
No, I don't.
I think you do. Mr. LeBlanc, who do you really want to be with?
I love my wife, Your Honor. I want to be with my wife. But at the same time, my wife, it's a struggle because it's hard to try to be with my wife knowing there's a possibility that these other kids are mine. And my wife trying to move forward in our marriage, it's hard for her to accept me, bringing other kids into the household that's outside our marriage.
Exactly, that's why you ain't had no business doing it. And today, she says she is done. If Vincent is your biological child, she says she just hit her breaking point. And that is a key word to me, because that word she chose, it wasn't just incidental. And you gotta understand, as a man, when a woman starts talking about you put me at my breaking point, because women are strong. We do a lot more than y'all, I hate to tell you. But when a woman looks at you and say, you pushing me to my breaking point, that means you really are messing with her mind, her heart, her spirit. I want to give you all these results so we can see where do we go from here. Ron, can I have the envelope, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want to watch Paternity Court on TV? Go to paternitycourt.tv to find your local listings.
Here you go, Your Honor.
Ron, I know this is emotional, so please, can you stand between the podiums? I want you all to please contain yourselves no matter what the results are. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics and they read as follows. In the case of Whalon versus Leblanc. When it comes to 23-month-old Vincent Whalon, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Leblanc, you are the father. Miss Leblanc, I know that's not what you wanted to hear today.
No, not at all. Not at all, Your Honor.
Tell your husband, I've tried to just articulate it for you because I know even as you argue back and forth with them, that's just the way that you're trying to hold on to your strength and what you have left of your dignity, your self-respect. But tell him how this makes you feel.
I mean, it's over. That's how it makes me feel. It's over with.
And it's sad because this is where life is so complicated unnecessarily. Because at the end of the day, no matter what transpires between you and these two women, you are the father of their children. They're all brothers and sisters. They old enough. Y'all gotta explain this. We have the counseling to help you figure out how to begin. I wish you all the very best of luck. Court is adjourned.